5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right then. Hello, willkommen, bienvenue, konnichiwa, ni hao, jambo, marhaba, praise jabulon. It's time for the Armist Inquisition yet again, episode 220 on Sunday, the 20th of February, 2022. 220 on the 20th of February, 2022. That must be...
February is the 2nd as well, so it's 220 on the 20th of the 2nd, 2022.
That's some sort of binary for the Matrix, maybe.
It means I'm very confused. I'll neither one thing nor the other.
Welcome to the show. It's Armist Inquisition time. I'm Amish Phil.
I'm Amish Ben.
I'm Amish Matt.
The dwarf, the cripple, and the mother of madness.
Oh, we got Ryan Seven back with us. How are we doing, Ryan?
Wagwan, brethren.
Hey.
Welcome back. It's nice to see you
Thanks.
again.
Great to see your faces.
After your sojourn.
Yes, I was a bit poorly ill.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
it's good to have you back.
It's great to be back. It's good to see your faces, it really is.
Fighting fit.
Yeah, feeling
Ready
good.
to dismantle some more symbolism and esoteric mischief that's been going on.
Tear it apart and burn it up.
Under our noses, no less.
Under your nose.
Yeah. Got a moustache.
It's a handsome beard.
Thank you. I've done quite a bit of grooming actually on Friday. The Triple Crown.
What does that mean? Your back, balls, and
Back,
face.
Hair, beard,
crack.
hair, beard and pubes.
Hair, beard, and views.
triple crown.
Oh, she's in for a treat.
Anyway, let's leave that there. You check the Discord. Check the chat's working.
It is. It's come up.
Has
It is
I can
working.
see it. I've been notified on my phone. I can see it.
Super. Right. So, I mean, what do you want to do, right?
I think if we have a quick recap for the peeps and then just plow on and anything that comes up we can just talk about between us. And I'm hoping to get through quite a bit tonight, but we'll see how it goes. Because you never know. But I've got some cool stuff, and it's like, for me, this is your episode because you love your sacred geometry style stuff. So
Yeah,
this
man.
one's for Phil.
It goes without saying, if you're listening to this for the first time, you need to check out the previous 3 episodes with Ryan, where we've been going through this sort of, starting at the stones, the church, and going through the story and what everything sort of symbolises, what the deeper meanings are. And also, if you're listening, you want to check out the video on YouTube or BitChute or Odyssey, because we're going to be relying on visual aids
Yes.
somewhat. So,
I've got the visual aids.
disclaimer there. So, what do? Do we launch straight into slides?
Yeah, let's just go into it. I've got one quick question though, as we begin. I'll just take that first slide on, and that is, Ben, did you get down to go and see the pillars in Rivington?
I tried to find it, but I think I went to the wrong church.
Yeah, so did I on the first night. Yeah, I went to Rivington Chapel. Is it called? Just up the way from it.
That's the one. Yeah, it's got a nice tea room.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, and then I Google mapped it and then turned around. It's like you were literally a minute away.
Yeah, you have to go down towards the bridge thing, the
Yeah.
break between the reservoir, don't you?
There you
yeah.
go. You got it.
I'll have a look next time I'm out with the hound. We'll go and have a look.
Yeah, go and check it out. You'll have all the mysteries revealed to you now as well. So
I'm going to take some chalk so I can clear it in like you did.
right then. So just as a recap for anybody that has actually listened to the previous episodes, and let's just refresh it by saying I walked down to Rivington Chapel and found a lot of pillars that were absolutely crazy to look at from an esoteric point of view, purporting to be Christian, but that being a veneer, there was something underneath it. And essentially, there are 3 pillars to look at, and on one of these pillars is something called a Saturn square, which is actually on the next slide, if we can go on to that one.
Yeah, I should say the hotkeys are Z and X.
Okay, I'll do that.
And the old-fashioned ZX Spectrum style. If you want to manually progress.
Expected tape deck on the side there. Right, so, excuse me while I burp this wine up. It's very nice wine, thank you.
It's all right. It's all right, isn't it?
So, we've got the Sator Square, which reads Sator Aripo Tenet Opera Rotas, which means the Soa Aripo holds the works of the wheels. And we figured out that although this was used by Christians, it wasn't actually very Christian at all, and contains within it a whole host of esoteric secrets, which lead you first to the stars and then back to the human body. And there's quite a few other esoteric things in there, like, as I showed on the last episode, magic mushrooms, which are part of the Mystic's Toolkit. We also found that there was a deity on these pillars stood above the Sator Square. And although he came across like the Christian god, there's something about him. One of the things that's a bit of a giveaway is that he's sticking his tongue out. It looks like he's got a beard, but he's sticking his tongue out as if he's being rude to you.
Oh, right.
And when you put everything together, including a whole host of Saturnian symbols around him, you can say is Saturn is this kind of time god. And his secrets are of time. And as we know, the film that came out, Tenet, was about time and reversing time and things like that. So these things follow on. We've also got a chubby Jesus on these pillars. So I think if we go to the next slide. Okay, let's just do this quick before we get on to chubby Jesus. So the secrets of Saturn. We just spoke about Saturn, and we said that a lot of these secrets are pointing to the cosmos and the way that time works. Saturn's a god of time. He's a god of limitation, time being one of these limiting factors, just like matter is a limiting factor, just like a wall is a limiting factor, just like winter is a limiting factor. And winter figures into this because we find out that one of the major limiting factors we've got is the factor of our personal order and external chaos, which it's difficult for us to conceive, but that external chaos is amalgamated with the unconscious, because the unconscious is this kind of, well, it's not conscious, is it? It's a chaos. You've not got
control over it.
You've got no control over it.
Right.
So all things outside you are chaos. All things outside you, outside your consciousness, are chaos, including your unconscious.
Wow.
This image here we've got on there, you can see a little swastika there. And just bear in mind that this is one of the most ancient symbols we've got, and you've got to divorce yourself from all that silly stuff that went on in the 20th century.
Yeah, and you linked that to like the plough going round the North Star. And,
Absolutely.
you know, this is how far back this goes, thousands of years.
Yeah, really.
People see that and they think Nazis and something that's 70 years old, but this is an ancient symbol.
So much older, and it goes like to the root of many different cultures, and you can see it in the Navajos in the Americas. You see it in the Chinese, the Buddhists use it. It's literally everywhere. So it must be very, very old for it to be in North America. It's got to be very old. It's got to be, if it's also in Iran.
Yeah.
So we figured that a lot of the time they're actually pointing at this cosmology, which includes the solstice calendar and the fact that the Earth is on its axis. All these things pointing to the fact that they are factors in deciding cosmic time, the cycles of the sun, the cycle of the day, the cycle of the year, and the cycle of the cosmic year, the big Platonic year of 25,920 years. So Saturn is this god of time, and according to the ancient understanding, time is very much mingled up with the unconscious, which is very much mingled up with this thing being, he's a god. And he's like this energetic principle of male and female. We said he's the alpha and the omega. And the alpha and the omega want to meet and obliterate each other in this kind of sexual liberation. The petit mort, the little death, the end of the year, the before rebirth. It's the shamanic experience before rebirth, the mystical experience. It's a peak experience before the come down. So Saturn's bound up with all this stuff, and it's called the black sun. It's this idea of the black sun, that the pole star is a black sun because the sun is how to tell time. So time is a sun, if you get me. Sun is a time. and so is the pole star, because things revolve around it. So it's like a sun.
Right.
And you've got the sun of the day, the conscious mind, and the unconscious mind is a black sun. It's like the light of your dreams. It's not real light in your head. Like Morpheus says, you've never really seen anything. You know, it's all electrical impulses interpreted by your brain. So all this is bound up in the Saturn square, strangely. Watch the previous episodes. So let's nudge that one on.